Well, you know what, guys? All indications are that this tragedy was as much of a surprise to the colleagues of Thomas Jacius as it was to the families involved. Avon Police telling me that in the days leading up to what happened, Jacius was smiling. He was acting completely normal, even planning a fishing trip with a friend.
When you first hear about it, obviously it's a disbelief. It's turned into an anger.
For the first time since Avon Police Sergeant Thomas Jacius shot and killed his wife Doreen here in their East Granby home, Avon Police Chief Paul Melanson stepped to the microphones.
We're trained, so everybody's looking at themselves saying, how did we miss this? How could somebody that we knew, we worked side by side with, day in and day out, how can we miss this?
Fox 61 poured through the hundreds of documents that made up Sergeant Thomas Jacius's personnel file. In his 24 years of service, Jacius had dozens of unsolicited commendations, exemplary performance evaluations, and 2 internal investigations. One in 2005, a citizen complained the drunk driving arrest of his daughter was mishandled. Jacius was exonerated. And one in 2008, when Jacius and several other officers broke town policy by using their department email to forward a political message.
There is nothing to indicate that he was capable of anything like this.
Back in East Granby, the displays of love and remembrance of his wife, Doreen, got bigger outside the library entrance where she was the director. Her profile now added to the National Gun Violence Memorial website. A still ongoing state police investigation will reveal whether Jacius used his duty weapon to commit the tragedy.
Just as in state law, our policy requires you to keep it under your control at all times, and if it is not, then it has to be secured in a locked container.
Meanwhile, the GoFundMe established to benefit the couple's 2 daughters nears $100,000. Those who knew TJ best saying from the outside looking in, it's incomprehensible.
I had a lot of long conversations with him. He had many interests, very outdoors, similar to the rest of the family. He often talked about mountain biking with his daughter Amanda.
All right, and Chief Melanson also told me that in accordance with the new police accountability law, they just sent in July a 5th of their department to undergo a mental health screening. Sergeant Jacius was not one of those officers, but the chief assures me that they take mental health very seriously, a lot more seriously than it was taken in policing about 30 years ago. We're live here outside the Avon Police Department. Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.